Today we're going to continue working on rounding. Today we're going to use a strategy on the number line. Our example today says at the car show there were 415 people in attendance. Rounded to the nearest hundred, how many people were at the car show? So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to come up with my benchmark numbers. So I see right here my number that I'm rounding is 415. So since I have 400s right here, my lower benchmark number is going to be 400. And if I count by hundreds, after 400 comes 500, so my next benchmark number will be 500. I'm also in the middle. I know that 450 is in the middle of those two. So if it's 450 or more, it's going to go this way, and if it's less, it's going to go down to 400. So my number 415, I know it would be like 10, 20, 30, 40. So 10 would be right here, so 415 would be right around here. So, to round, I'm trying to get the number that's closest. So I can either go here, or I could go all the way over here. Using that information, I can clearly see that if I'm rounding to the nearest 100, 400 is the closest. So the answer would be there are about 400 people at the car show. Example 2 says, Lucy is putting together a community event for her neighborhood. She is planning on ordering cupcakes for the event, but wants to make sure she has enough for everyone. So far, 43 people have stated they were coming. Rounding to the nearest 10, how many cupcakes should Lucy order to ensure everyone gets a cupcake? Something that I saw repeated a couple times was everyone gets a cupcake. Enough for everyone. So when I get my answer, I need to make sure that I have enough for everyone. So the number that I'm rounding is 43. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write my two benchmark numbers. I know I'm rounding to the nearest 10. So I'm going to look, I have 4 tens, so my lower benchmark number would be 40. After 40 comes 50. Right in the middle would be 45. So I would say 1, 2, 3, 4. So 43 would be 1, 2, 3. So 43 would be right there. So I can clearly see that rounding to the nearest 10, 40 would be closer. But if she only, let's see here, it's asking for the cupcakes. If there are only 40 that she makes, if there's 43 people, that would mean that 3 people do not get a cupcake. So, to make sure that everybody gets a cupcake, instead of 40, she needs to make 50 cupcakes. If she does that, then she'll have these left over. I also want to show you this on a hundreds chart. So, when we're rounding, we have 40 right here, and we have 50 right here, and then right here, I'm going to put a box around that one, is 43. So I can see that it would take 1, 2, 3 to get to 40, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to get to 50. But again, if I only bake these 40 cupcakes, there's going to be 3 people that do not get a cupcake. I don't know about you, but I would not be happy if I didn't get a cupcake. So, as a reminder, anytime you're answering a word problem like this, make sure that you understand what it's asking. Because if we would have just rounded to the nearest 10, it would have been 40, but it didn't want to just round to the nearest 10. It wanted to round to the nearest 10, but also it wanted to make sure that everybody gets a cupcake.